the welcome. I'd like for everybody to introduce themselves, please, and give us your title and why you're here at the meeting. We can start, Ms. Harris.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ann Harris. I'm the school counselor at Bellevue. We've been working with Ms. Maldor Ingram for several years now in regards to various initiatives regarding reading and literacy, and just glad to have this opportunity once again to partner with you.
Okay. Ms. Smith.
Hi, I'm Heather Smith, the reading coach at Bellevue, and I just was a part of the summer program. Miss Elamine and Miss Harris asked me to help find some students for the program, and I know the students I recommended really did enjoy the program and got some cash and prizes, I hear. So I'm eager to see what else we can do this year.
Yes, thank you. Ms. Powell.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Powell. I'm the library media specialist at Bellevue, and I'm here because Mrs. Harris invited me.
Okay, thank you. Mrs. or Ms. Hines, Principal Hines.
You're muted.
I'm so used to not having to be on mute. Okay. But good morning or good afternoon. I am Principal Hines, or Tanea Hines, principal here at Bellevue, and just excited to hear what we have in store for us this year. I'm want to say first, thank you. I came on new this year and learned about peaches and sour cream and the donations that you gave us in school supplies at the beginning of last year. So definitely thank you for those. And like Ms. Smith already mentioned, the reading program from the summer was awesome with the rewards that the kids got, and just seeing how many minutes and things that they read during their time off was very exciting, very exciting.
Thank you. Assistant Principal Penn.
Yes, good afternoon. I'm Cynthia Penn, the assistant principal here. Nice to see you again, and just echo everything everyone else has said. It's just been a pleasure partnering with you the last few years, and we just look forward to more great things.
Okay, hello, Ms. Elamine, how are you? Guess you're not here. Hi, Ms. Elamine, how are you?
Hello, everyone.
Okay, we're just doing introduction, Miss Jones. You're muted. Okay, we'll come back. Miss Elamine.
Hi, my name is Tasha Elamine. I am the site coordinator with Communities in Schools, and I am a site coordinator at Bellevue Elementary. And we have been working with Peaches and Sour Cream at least since I've been there for the last school year in multiple different capacities. And we definitely enjoy the partnership that we have with you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Ms. Jones.
Hello, hi, I'm Shirley Jones, and I am acquainted with Robin, Miss Robin, personally and also professionally, and now I feel academically, and helping to instill learning opportunities to many children who otherwise would not have this special opportunity that she's bringing to the communities. So I'm just glad to be here. I will be here for a short period of time. I'm on vacation, but just wanted to come and show my face and share my support. God bless.
Okay, thank you. All right, so what I want to do is just tell you about us real quick for those of you who don't know about Peaches and Sour Cream, in case you have not gone online to do some research. What we are a literacy-based organization that uses literacy to disrupt the school-to-prison pipeline, to close the invisible gap for children in foster care. Now, why is that important? It's important to me personally because I was a foster child for 15 years. I spent 15 of my formative years in foster care. And then the school to prison pipeline, I had 4 brothers who also was in foster care, and they were kind of affected by that. Okay, so I spent about 8 years as a social worker for children in Philadelphia. I'm from Philadelphia, but I live now in Fort Washington, Maryland. And then I spent another about 7 years in the school district of Philadelphia as a teacher. And then my last stint before I left out of Philadelphia was for 11 years with the City of Philadelphia, Free Library of Philadelphia. And there I was a children's specialist as well. And so my college sweetheart came and swept me off my feet and gave me a break. Thank you, Jesus. But and now I'm here in Fort Washington, and then I heard the little voice say, "You're not finished yet. I want you to take this a little further, and I want you to use your life story to help children." And I think it is so needed more so now than ever before, because now we have the opportunity really to work with them because they have to sit still because of the COVID-19. And so now we can really grasp their attention. And so in 2017, I started as a for-profit because I wanted to do some educational consultation. And by me moving in this area, and I was a little sick, and so things were taking off a little slowly. But I knew that if I could get the support from the community, which I had done while I was in Philadelphia, that it would push further and faster, and it did. So in 2019, we became a 501(c), and within 1 year, we have done some really great things. And so if Ms. Harris have that available for you, I'd like to see if you have not gotten. Now, let me do this before I ask her to do that. How many of you were able to view some of the videos? Okay. No, okay, so we don't have enough. So if you don't mind sitting through it one more time, please. I just want to give a brief introduction. It's 6 minutes long of what Peaches and Sour Cream was able to do. And in 2017, we were Peaches and Sour Cream. Excuse me. We are now reestablished as Peaches and Sour Cream Children's Foundation. Okay, so Ms. Harris, if you could click on that video for us, please. Thank you. The first video under the welcome, yes. Ms. Harris, oh, am I supposed to click on something? Hello? Hello? If you're seeing the video, can you raise your hand? Hello?
We
Miss
see the
Harris?
meeting agenda.
We see the meeting agenda.
Yeah, Ms. Harris.
Oh, you guys didn't see the video?
No, we see the agenda, but not the YouTube. If you clicked it, if it was in another screen, you might have to share that one instead.
All right. I'm sorry about that. One moment. Can you see it now?
Yes, it's up now. Okay,
so let me rewind it.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Promoting the joy of reading. If reading is a struggle, children may not find reading enjoyable. In 2019, the Peaches and Sour Cream Children's Foundation was established to encourage all children to read, to fight against the school-to-prison pipeline, and to close the invisible achievement gap for children in foster care. The lack of literacy skills are pushing too many students along to school-to-prison pipeline, a pipeline that refers to the school policies and procedures that drive many of our nation's school children into a pathway that begins in school and ends in the criminal justice system. Therefore, poor reading skills can lead to incarceration. The mission of Peaches and Sour Cream Children's Foundation is to foster the joy of reading in every child, everywhere. Yet the mission is driven to make a distinct difference in the lives of children at risk of falling prey to the school-to-prison pipeline, children in foster care, and children residing in areas that are being grossly underserved. 90% of all public school parents think that their children read on grade level, but they don't. According to the nation's report card, the National Assessment of Educational Progress, which is the national yardstick of student achievement, reported that in 2019, 35% of fourth grade students were proficient in reading. That is 1% lower than in 2017. Year around, Peaches and Sour Cream Children's Foundation makes an earnest attempt to connect reading to real life. Students who struggle to read usually have issues with fluency, gaps in phonogram knowledge, which is a letter or combination of letters that represent a sound, hasn't developed strong vocabulary skills such as listening vocabulary, reading vocabulary, speaking vocabulary, writing vocabulary. The brain is a muscle that needs reading every day. Learning to read stretches the imagination and helps to improve understanding. Starting in September with Back to School, every event that we offer is centered on putting books in the hands of children and their families, building at-home libraries, and encouraging children to become lifelong readers. Our Peach Patch bags are filled with trade books, school supplies, and uniforms. Being prepared keeps children motivated and excited. For the 2019-2020 school year, we were able to give over 500 books. In November, we give away book baskets to 25 special children and their families. The baskets are filled with books and Thanksgiving trimmings. In the month of December, we hold our Christmas winter reading party where children receive books, toys, and refreshments. 75 children in Richmond and Philadelphia received books and toys. Christmas 2019, Peaches and Sour Cream Children's Foundation gave away 150 toys. The highlight of our year is when the organization participates in the nationwide National Education Association Read Across America Day. It's a celebration of literacy and Dr. Seuss's birthday. Children receive hats, books, refreshments, and a special performance. We were prepared for 112 children. Before spring break, we hold an egg-tastic egg hunt for children to hunt for eggs to fill their baskets with books and refreshments. Because of COVID-19, the Egg-tastic Egg Hunt was postponed until 2021. June and July culminate the year as Peaches and Sour Cream focuses on combating summer slide, which is the loss of academic skills and knowledge over the summer months. The young readers read for 4 weeks and are compensated for their reading and writing. Because of the coronavirus, we were pushed to do our first online summer reading program. We recruited 28 students from the states of Delaware, Georgia, Maryland, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. Half of the children are from the school in Richmond. What we notice is that whenever parents are committed and invested, all programs will succeed. We are happy to announce a new feature to our endeavors, Fuzzy Peach Readers Podcast. This is a platform where children and adults come to read from their favorite books. It's not a space to project perfection, but a place of connection where learning to read is a perpetual work in progress. And when you can, please tune in.
Okay. Thank you, Mrs. Harris. And so that gives you an idea of how we just hit the ground running in 1 year's time. We were able to do all of that. And so what we want children to do is to read all the the time, not just when required or when they're pushed to do so. We want them to learn to read independently and frequently and to become lifelong readers. Not just it's just like your brain is a muscle, like I said in the video, and it needs exercising every day, just like the body. And so, and then we'll get better thinkers, and and the children will grow up to be creative. So the other thing I wanted to share on the agenda is that I found this program. Now, what I discovered over the summer months, they worked with me, but it was tedious for not just the children and the parents, but myself as well. So recording, and I know as teachers, you can understand this, with all that paperwork, who wants to do all of that? So now if we can automate it, and that's where we were able to find this program by a woman named Michelle Skamene from Canada. And she created this program in 2009 because she saw that her children, she had two sons. At that time, they were more, like the children are, engaged in technology as opposed to reading books. So she wanted to figure out how could she make it fun. And so she created this program. So I'm just going to do this one piece because we have two more and we're not going to go through the other two videos. But if we could do this introduction to her program so that you can get a sense of what it looks like. Let's go there. Can we, Mrs. Harris?
Okay, was that the next video on the agenda?
Yes, it's under
Okay.
letter D, number 1, where it says getting kids reading.
All right, give me one moment.
Sure, thank you.
Well, that's coming up. How do the Fuzzy Peach reading podcast sounds great. How can we, as our staff and students, join in on being a reader on the podcast?
Okay, so all they have to do is find their favorite book, and a book that's not hard, something that's easy for them to practice with it a couple of times before we go live. They are to schedule an appointment with me, and then I will allow them to I'll do an introduction, a little blurb of who they are, what school, their names, not too much details because they're children, and then they just read their book. And it's a place where they can go back and revisit time and time again, just to hear them their own selves, read and share with family and friends. Mm-hmm.
That sounds fun.
Okay. Are we ready? Okay.
Own the books they've chosen for themselves. You know that independent reading can help kids get excited about reading today and for the rest of their lives. And if that's not enough of an argument, research shows that kids who read independently do better in school. But there's more to independent reading than throwing students in a room and telling them to read. Teachers play a key role in making independent reading work. Here's how. 1. Allocate class time to independent reading. That's the best way to make sure your students do it. Many teachers start with a short session and prolong reading time as their students' reading stamina grows. 2. Provide great choices. In your class library, keep a rich selection of stories that your students will find fascinating. Remember to encourage them to try different genres and not to limit themselves to books. Magazines and newspapers are great options too. What we really want is for kids to find reading that they'll enjoy. 3. Offer books at the right reading level for your students. Stimulate students with challenging books, but remember, too hard will turn them off. And of course, books shouldn't be too easy either. If they require your students to stretch a little, you're still nearby to help. 4. Lead by example. Independent reading is a great time for you to do your own reading. And while you do, you might want to share your thoughts along the way. How you selected the book, what you most enjoyed about it, what you learned from it, etc. 5. Confer with your students, one-on-one or in small groups. Remember, it's a great opportunity to check their understanding of what they're reading and to guide struggling readers who need more support. 6. Get your students talking about what they read. As you know, writing book reviews and presenting their books to their classmates can only help students cement their understanding. 7. Get parents involved. Remember to encourage them to extend the independent reading practice to their homes or to start a kids' book club. Reading rewards can support your independent reading activity the whole way through the process. To find out more, please visit readingrewards.com.
Okay. Thank you, Mrs. Harris. Okay, so now how does this come into play? So, like I said, over the summer months, it was hard keeping up with all that paperwork. There were parents who were emailing, texting paperwork to me up until 1 in the morning. And so here's a way for us to manage this is by allowing them to go in, and they like the computers, to go in and record their own information and to engage the parents as well. So that's, I believe, why the summer program went so well, is because we were able to get parents involved. We did have about 2 or 3 parents that dropped off. They found it a little bit too much, and they said the timing wasn't correct for them. Now, what I would like to do is see if this is appropriate. If not, then maybe we can get something that's similar to this, that's going to be compatible for Google Classroom. Is that what you guys are using, the children? Okay. So I'm not sure, but the other 2 videos will go into how we will monitor the children's reading, and it will also tell us about incentives. And that's where I want to talk a little bit more about the incentives, what we have to offer. Now, what I want to do is I want to reward because when you reward, you give motivation, and then you increase the motivation, and not only that, competition. So I didn't know how many students you guys were going to allow for us to work with. If this could be all first grade classrooms or all second grade classrooms, we could do that. What I was thinking is that on the agenda, I think I stressed that for every milestone, we have to give books. That's the most important thing. Everything we do, we have to give books. I was thinking that if we get the children engaged, we can send out books monthly. The books will be requested by them. I don't want anyone to push them and I don't want you to tell them this is what you should read. I want them to pick whatever book, because at this stage, they should be in school, at home. Someone has read to them. They should know an author that they really love. They should know some titles. So what we want is choice. Allow children to have their own choice. And when we do that, that will pique their interest more, and then they will read more. But when we force feed them titles and authors and things of that nature, it becomes boring, and they don't want to, they're kind of reluctant. So I just wanted to know what would be, at this point, I have a figure that I'm going to throw out there, $3,000. I will not go beyond $3,000, but I want to take that $3,000 and be creative with it. Now, what we could do if we're going to do, how many first grade, how many classes do you have, like at each grade level? At each grade level, do you have 2 first grade classes, 2 second grade classes? How does that work for Bellevue?
So we are pre-K 5 school, and each grade level has 2 classes, except second grade has 3 classes, but they're small classes.
2 classes.
No more than 10
So
children each class.
Okay, so okay, let's say first grade. So 2 first grade classes. That's a total of how many children?
Give me 1 second. I have it right here.
Okay.
For second grade, we have 29 students right now.
29.
Or did you say first grade?
Well, okay, so second grade, first grade, a total of 29 children for
first grade, I'm sorry, is 33.
Per class or total?
Total.
Wow, okay, that's manageable right there. Okay. So
we are a small school, so we have a total of 239 students right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. All right. So what this program says is that I could do the smallest I could do, and it gave me a price of $80. I could pay for the software, the program, and I could do up to 100 children. So for the year. So we could probably do first and second grade, because you said a total of for second grade is a total of 29 students.
Well, we could do, if it's 100 students, we could do kindergarten through second grade. That's 98 children.
Okay.
Will that work?
Yeah, that would work. Let me say this too. Now, I'm not a big stickler about taking tests. I'm not sure. I know that some of the testing was done away with at the end of last year because of COVID. I'm not sure if you guys are, you have to bring back, put back in place testing, but what grades are we testing in? Because that's
For state testing, it's 3 through 5.
okay. So do you think it would be best that we do get the third grade in there as a competition so we can get them accustomed to reading more and more and to prepare them for the testing?
Yeah, so we could.
Okay, that's something to think about, right?
Because we could probably, because our 4th and 5th graders just finished a reading program that they're doing with the Washington team. So they've got a little bit of competition going now. So just trying to find something for our other grades, and that'll be good. Let's see. We have 44 third graders total.
So what we could do is we could do kindergarten. We had 33. Did you say that? Or first grade 33. Second grade 29. What do we have for kindergarten?
36.
36. Okay. So that puts about 100. So, and you say, yeah, I saw that. I saw the program. I've been doing some research on you guys with the Washington Redskins, and I went through the whole program. I was like, wow, this is super nice. I really like that a lot. I also noticed that reading specialist, Miss Smith, she got donors choose or choice. What is it? Donors choose. Okay. You were able to get 2 of your programs funded. So I said, wow, you guys are doing some really good things down there in terms of reading. So yeah, that and what's the name of that? Litmobile or limo?
Limo.
Yes, yeah. That was great. So yeah, I'm excited to join that. Okay, so so you do not want to include third grade?
We can. I'm
Okay, we're thinking of third grade. Okay, so if you could just come up with 100 children, I don't know what grades you want to do, but if you can come up
I can work on that.
Yes. Okay. The other thing I was thinking of doing a competition where the children could win like every month because you guys are doing remote learning. I was thinking that we could do, I could send the books or come down with books, some cake, a little celebration that I normally do when I go out to the other schools. And that will be their reward for the month. Or we can develop a bank like we did during the summer months, and we could give them money at the end. But now the bank won't be as large as it was for the summer because we have more children. Then also I was thinking about engaging the teachers if they could, because I've heard that a lot of people are having problems with the children coming online. So if we can get perfect attendance with the children and the parents some way, we can reward the teachers for doing that. So, and that'll help them be a little more excited about it, because I don't want them to think, oh God, somebody's putting me to work, giving us more work, And that's why once I learn this program, I want to manage it because I want to see what the children are doing. This will be a part of my metrics that I can give to the grantors who will be satisfied and will continue to fund the program. Okay. And then the last thing I was thinking about is the end of the year celebration. Just come out and do it big and bring out some performers and stuff like that to celebrate the class who, hung in there and did the best.
Okay. So you're saying as far as the incentives, there's a choice. There's the celebration. So I'm concerned about them coming because, we're virtual until February.
Mm-hmm.
And so just trying to figure out how the in-person part will work.
Okay. So what I was saying, like once a month, well, right now we get ready to go into our cold month, so I wouldn't be coming down. But I was thinking, that's why I said maybe at the end of the year, we can all be outside.
Okay.
Utilize a park or something like that. We can do the social distancing. Even when they say it's safe, we still need to give it a extra. So those are some things to think about. But I really need to think about it fast because what I need to do is do my calculation on how, because I have some other programming. Like right now, I'm preparing to go to the polls, books at the polls.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'm taking 100 books and some snacks and all kinds of stuff, and I'm going to be standing out there, and I'm excited about this. So that cost us some money too. So everything we do, of course, you know, it's going to cost us, but I just want to make sure I have this bank set aside just for Bellevue. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then also, so that we do know, also to help satisfy the grantors, they need pictures. So we need to have the permission from the parents if they're going to allow their children to participate. And we're hoping that all of the children will participate as a class, that we can get some permissions for that so that we can give it to the grantors and see what the children are doing and who they are.
Okay.
Yeah. So with that, I don't have no more reading logs. Okay, yeah, we don't want to do any more reading logs. I'm just going to go through this and make sure I didn't miss any of my points here. I believe that's it. Are there any questions for me?
I do have a few questions. So to start the program, one, I know you said there's 100 students. If we do, we're over by 6. Is there a way that we can support that, or how can we get those 6 children part of it, or is it kind of like a
well, now what I'm going to have to do is look at, because I really need to get in touch. I tried to go on the free trial for this program, Reading Rewards, and I wasn't able to click into it. I don't know what was going on with it, but I want to get in touch with the administrator there just to see how that would work, if they, you know, how much more that would be for me to pay for that. But I definitely would like for all of the children. I want to exclude any kind. Yeah.
And then just how, tell me one more time, I'm sorry if you already said it, how will the children record their reading?
Okay, so yes, so I'm going to buy this software. And so once you get at your earliest opportunities, please look at the 2 links that I have provided here in the agenda, and then it will just go in more detail. But what I want to do is get you guys to help me get it started with the teachers, get it implemented on the Chromebooks so that the children can do it at home, at school, wherever they are, and they can start recording. And so, and then I guess at some point I need for you guys to bring your student body together. You don't have to do it with me, but to try to introduce this program to them. I don't know how we're going to do that in terms of like to show them what it looks like and how to operate it.
We can get them together. That's no problem.
Okay. And so yeah, so basically I will buy into the program. Okay. You guys will help me implement it. Then I will manage it. I will monitor it. And then I'll just keep you updated in terms of who's doing what. And then we'll just keep it pushing from there. Just make sure that they know that maybe we could survey them and ask them what would they like to receive, because I'm sure some kids might want the money. But yeah. So I'm hoping at some point, what I would like to do when I adopt a school, I want to be able to do it all. I want the holistic approach. I want to give the food. I want to give the clothes. I want to get, I want to be able to give 106 kids, or the 200, which you have 236 kids. I want to be able to give it, all to them. But right now, because we're just getting it started, and so that's where we are now.
That's great. I think that's great. Yeah. Okay.
So I just say thank you guys for believing in the vision and mission of Peaches and Sour Cream, for giving me this opportunity to come in and to fulfill this mission, and to just it's a joy for me. And I know that it's hard to just turn our children over to any and everybody, but We want to see how many readers we can get in. I'm hoping to reach 1 million children. So right now, 2017, I've already reached about close to 1,000. Close to 1,000. Yeah, because I've been working in Richmond as well as Philadelphia. I also work with the Montessori school there in Richmond. We just gave them 3 table sets and also some books. In Philadelphia, we adopted them last year. Year before that, we adopted you guys. And so we, because the money is still small, I can't do but so many schools. But every year I try to make sure I give each school that I have connected with something. And so we're trying to branch out now into Maryland, as well as now I'm getting ready to take these books over to Alexandria. There are some little spots where economically they're at a disadvantage, but not like the children in Philadelphia. So that's why, and I believe in going back home and giving it home first. And so, yeah.
We appreciate you having Bellevue near and in your heart. So thank you so much for that. And $3,000, that's no small chunk of change for a school like ours. So we definitely appreciate that. And I heard the needs are photo release, selecting of the grade levels, and putting together an assembly program to introduce the program. Is there any other need that you need us to do?
Not at this time, but if I should, I remember if something slipped by me, I will, email you guys.
Okay.
Touch with Mrs. Harris. And I just want to give shout outs to Mrs. Harris because of her. That's why I am really there. She worked so well with my family who was there, Claudia Moldor and Brianna Moldor. And she did a wonderful job with my family. And so what happened was when I attended Claudia's graduation, and he's a scholar. He's still doing very well. He's over at Albert Hill. He's preparing himself for Maggie Walker. So nonetheless, he kept being called on the stage. And of course, I was very excited as mother. And I said, you know what? I think we can get more children to become scholars and readers too. And I said, I'm going to come in and start working with the school. And then I'm going to go into Philadelphia and I'm going to try to reach out as much as I can. So that's the history.
Love it.
So with that, and I want to say also thank you to Assistant Principal Penn and Miss Elamine. Miss Elamine is always very cordial. She's just the same all the time, and she makes me feel welcome every time I'm in her presence. So I want to say thank you to that.
Okay.
And I look forward to working with reading specialist Miss Smith, and also you, Principal Hines. Oh, Vines. Is it Hines? It's Hines. I'm sorry.
It's time.
I look forward to working with you all. And so thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure working with you and your family. I got to see Cordier the other day. It was really good seeing him.
Yes, he's getting a little fuzz, right?
Your foundation has really kicked off really well. I'm so glad that you're having so many programs in schools that could benefit from what the foundation is doing, as I'm sure as Bellevue has and many other schools have. Literacy is the main foundation of what our kids need. And so you are offering something that's very beneficial. So I'm glad that we're able to take part in it and that you're doing so well. So much continued success for you and the foundation.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, if that's it, we're going to close out. And I want to say thank you and enjoy the rest of your week.
You also. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you, Ms. Smith.
Thank you. I didn't realize the whole background of the foundation.
Yes, that's really, I'm going to go ahead and click this off because it's recording, but thank you. We'll touch base and see how we can follow up and get this going. It sounds so exciting.
Yes. Okay. Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye.